Upon discovering that the dragon that had failed in its attack in the nights before was actually Pertanther and he was seriously injured, the Uniques sent away the three great worms and their travel guide to Mount Celestia in hopes that they'd be safe and aided Pertanther in fighting off twin blue dragons, and then also helped in a completely unplanned by the DM event, helped Pertanther fight off a white dragon. Uh, Rebecca only almost died twice.
And Morgan learned not to touch the chest of a white dragon.
Yeah, and Morgan touched the holy symbol of a dragon god and learned that's not okay. And now they rest in a cave for an hour in order for Rebecca to teleport them back to Waterdeep, because Pertanther said he's fine. So if anything happens to him, it's on him.
Anyway, yeah, you make it. You made it to the cave. Very cold, but not as windy. I think Hunk was the only one that made it out of that fight, all right.
Yeah, he wasn't touched.
He got hurt pretty bad by the fire in the first attack, but
Friendly fire.
yeah, all I think almost all of the damage Kunk took was friendly fire, literal friendly fire. Towards the end of your watch or your short rest, you hear the sound of hoofbeats very close.
Hoof.
Like we get a short rest. Okay.
Y'all were taking a short rest. Yes. I mean, sounds like horse. This would be towards the end. So I don't know if you've been able to use your hit die yet, because I think that happens at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quietly, you hear Morgan. You hear Andromeda. Go check that out. And
though, like I said, very close. Morgan, you are sure? Well, you are sure that at least you didn't hear approaching hoofbeats. These just suddenly were quite close.
Huh. That's not good. I look like absolute hammered dog shit.
I need to finish the rest, especially because otherwise we're not getting back to Waterdeep for another hour. Kunk.
Yeah, send Kunk.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kunk. Kunk is okay. He's going to sneak.
Okay, make a stealth check for me.
Send Kunk to his death if you would.
Thank you, reliable talent.
All right. And is Kunk sneaking like up to the entrance or out of the cave?
He'll sneak up to the entrance, and if he can't see anything, start moving out and see if he can spot anything.
Okay. What's his perception modifier?
His passive perception's 18.
So it's an 8.
Oh, you want
to? He sneaks up to the entrance and doesn't immediately hear anything. Or not see anything. I mean, he does hear the hoofbeats. But then after being up there for a moment and looking around, he hears voices. And they would be coming from uphill. So when he turns around and he can't see like over the lip of the cave, but he thinks that they're not far the other side of the top of the cave. He could try to peek around if he wants,
yeah,
or
he's going to try and peek around.
Okay. I'll say give me another stealth check.
Come on, Kung Fu
Which
good.
reliable talent, it can't be worse.
It's slightly better.
It is. Let me check a passive perception real quick. Okay, no. No, and come on, please load. No. Okay. He is unseen. As he sticks his head around around the edge, he sees a group of people, rather large humans. Some of them wearing leather armor, some of them wearing no armor, just like leather straps to hold weapons. And then they are wearing like they'd be wearing shorts of a they'd be wearing pants of a type, but they wouldn't have shirts. The ones that are without armor. And all of the ones he can see from here, which would be 4 from his viewpoint, are on what at first he thinks are white horses, but then he notices that they have wings.
Oh. So this is why you were talking about Pegasi. Any...
He would hear a couple more voices that aren't coming from those 4. But I'd say without moving more into the open, he wouldn't be able to get a viewpoint.
Any emblems or stuff of the like?
So across the chests of the 2 that aren't wearing the leather armor, he would see a tattoo that looks like a winged horse, like covering the entire chest.
A winged horse.
The 2 that have the armor would have a similar tattoo, like across their cheek and brow line.
Does Kunk know of any winged horse emblemed organizations?
So Kunk could make me a... what kind of roll would this be? 1 second.
History? Religion?
I guess history is the closest thing. It's like
Well, a 19.
okay. Yeah. 19. He knows. Yeah, he's from over near Luskin. Hunk thinks that this might be members of the Uthgart tribe, the Sky Ponies.
Uthgart tribe?
The Uthgart barbarians.
Oh.
They're the the totem barbarians.
Okay.
Well, where most of the totems come from anyway. They're not all totem barbarians. Tribes of barbarians that there's several tribes of barbarians across the north. each of the different tribes worships a different one of the with that roll, a different one of the animal spirits. So this one would be
Pegasus.
the well, Sky Pony at least. He knows those are Pegasi, but he doesn't know if the. I'd say with that roll, he wouldn't know if the actual entity is a Pegasus.
Okay.
Or supposed to be a Pegasus. Some kind of flying horse.
Some kind of sky pony, if you would.
Are they
Yep.
friendly or?
They respect strength, and they do not like arcane magic.
Uh-oh.
That's like that's the barbarian tribes in general. If you run into one of them, and I'd say with the 19 roll, he would know that y'all are in most of the north is territory of the barbarian tribes, but he would know that you are near at least the Sky Pony territory.
Okay.
So he'd feel pretty confident that's who this is.
All right. He will retreat back into the cave and let us know.
And I'll say, yeah, because where he came from, realistically, because Common isn't an actual main language, he would speak Aluskan, you would speak Chondathan, and Morgan would speak everything, but Aluskan. Right, Morgan's dad was a Reganman, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. So yeah, you probably speak Aluskan then. For the human languages. So Kunk would understand a few of the words they're saying. It seems to be like a weird dialect. But he'd say he would hear something that sounds like they must be close. But that would be the only part he really catches of it.
Okay.
He could try to actively listen and piece it together more.
I think he'll try that before retreating back.
Okay. So make me a perception check and a general intelligence check.
And not rolling great for Kunk.
Okay. He gets out some more of it. He's not able to piece it fully together. He knows that they're talking about the dragons. And then he's also talking about a group of a small group of travelers that was moving through this area.
Ooh. Yeah, he's gonna retreat back and let us know that these people might be hunting us.
Great. I guess we can't catch a fucking break.
And I'd say Morgan, because of your upbringing, I mean, you don't know a bunch about the Uthgart specifically, but you know about barbarians and the ones in the Regimen also follow animal spirits, and in a way, to a lesser extent, they're more of Tempest.
Yeah, but they have their tribes named after animals,
Right.
like the wolf, the bear, and the elk tribes.
Yep.
I think Papa was it's in my bio. Yeah, he was from the tribe of the bear. I mean, we don't have to necessarily kill these guys, but we might have to fight them.
I guess Kunk would also say they don't like magic, so we'll avoid using magic.
Nature and holy magic, they're more okay with. Conk would know. I mean, they have, and Morgan would know for the Reagan men. They have like shamans, which are more nature magic.
So divine magic is not great, but more tolerable than pure arcane.
Right. Like Morgan would know that at least the ones in the north, the north. You know, if it was like Tempest granted magic would probably be more alright. But like arcane magic, not so much.
And my magic is this weird. It is arcane magic, but it's divinely granted.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to ask about the specifics.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to, since we wouldn't be getting the hit die yet, I'm gonna drink a pint of beer and use the amulet of the drunkard to regain 44 plus 4 hit points.
Okay.
Well,
So 12.
hey man, it's better than the
More.
13 I had. So now I'm at 25. Let's go.
Morgan looks almost twice as good as he did a minute ago.
Yeah. And then also I need to. I distinctly remember jamming my guns, and I think I fired. Only got like 4 shots off, so I'll just keep those at 6 for the reload. And then I don't remember if I ended up doing this, but since
I remember
didn't-
you using Tinker's tools.
I unjammed it, okay,
Yeah, I think you did.
all right. Wanted to make sure that everything, and we didn't finish the thing, so I didn't get the key. Oh, you know what I'll do just in case I need it? I will use Dragonhide belt.
Okay.
Monk dive key.
Is that what it is? It's a monk dive key. Thank you. That
Might be
saves
monk
me
die
having
plus
to-
I believe
your
that is
wisdom,
great.
but I'll double check. Pretty sure it's just monk die though.
While wearing
I think
it,
it's just-
you gain a bonus DC. The key save bonus is determined as an addition.
Yep, martial
As an
arts.
action, yeah, martial arts. Okay, cool. Because yeah, I don't know, fucking know what it is. Oh yeah, it's a D. D8.
D10
Yeah, I
at
didn't
this
get a D-
level, probably.
Roll
No.
roll an unarmed strike and then roll damage.
It's a D8.
Okay.
So 8.
Right,
Key
you rolled
time.
an 8.
Let's go. 8 to my 7 gives me 15.
But your key takes 2 points of fire damage.
What the what? Oh yeah. Well, because I'm under the effects of the roast phoenix.
Yep.
But all right, yeah. I just do that little prep, and then Morgan's like, "All right, I mean, this is as good as I can get myself right now. If we're gonna have to fucking fight people."
Can we move deeper
Let's-
into the cave?
Isn't Protanther in here with us?
No, he's
No, Protanther
off.
couldn't fit in. He's off fighting, and also Protanther would not be able to fit in here. He just knew there was an opening.
Yeah.
The opening's about 10 foot wide.
If he could shape change, he could, which he probably will to get into Waterdeep.
Yeah, I mean, but there was a dragon. He had to go. He had to go take care of it.
Yeah.
He's off dying or killing, one of the two.
I thought after the fucking dragon god thing that like that was it for right then and there. He went to go fight again.
Yeah,
he
we
thought
heard,
that was it,
we
and then
heard
there was
a
another roar in the
off
distance.
So
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Shit.
never sleeps.
Yep. So
Awful.
the two blues came from the south,
It's a good thing he's been
and then
making
you
his
went to
con
fight
save.
that one that came from the east, and then that roar came from the west.
What's his anti-exhaustion DC up to?
What is it? It's +5 every additional day,
10,
right?
It's 10 plus 5 times number of days.
So is the first one 15 or 10?
It's 10, and then the second one's 15, and then it's increases from there.
So number of days -1. Yeah, his saves up to a it's up to a 30.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it was nice knowing him.
But
He
you see,
chooses to succeed.
Yeah,
he
that's true.
chooses to say no to exhaustion,
So
and
long
then he
as
just can't say no as much.
I mean, legendary resistance comes back not on a long rest, but per day. So he's effectively
that's
immune
true.
to
True.
death by exhaustion if he wants to burn
Much like a
legendary
druid.
resistance.
Much like a druid or a ranger. Only a moon druid, technically. Because if they turn into an elemental, they do not take. They are immune to exhaustion, so they can go without sleeping. But yeah, the noises continue uphill.
What do we do? What you call?
Slink deeper into the cave, I guess.
So as far as you can tell, the cave goes back about 40 feet, and then kind of dead ends. It tapers off.
I mean, the deeper in, the harder it'll be to see us in here.
All right, fuck it.
Because if they're on Pegasi, we can't outrun them.
No.
They're on Pegasi Protanther count out on them.
Or Protanther.
Not Protractor.
Or
Hey, so y'all work your way back to the back of the cave. After a couple minutes, Morgan, you hear a hoot from outside, as if they had found something. As if one of them has found something.
I guess I'll listen in. Focus on
Okay.
whatever they're saying.
Make me a perception check. It'll be disadvantage for how far away in a cave you are from the outside.
Can I help him or not?
Well, I mean, if you help me, it would be a straight roll, right? So that would be
I was
the
in the
28
process
on
of
the
saying help as you rolled.
left. Sorry.
I'll say Rebecca could also listen at disadvantage if she wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, what?
So Morgan, it's also well. Does the monk thing give you? It gives you exact meaning, or is it literal meaning?
It's
Let me double
exact.
check real quick.
It's like tongues,
You
but
learn to touch
passive.
the key of other minds so that you understand all spoken languages. Moreover, any creature that can understand a language that can understand a language can understand what you say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
tongues.
That's all it says.
No. So yeah, you fully understand it. So you're only you fully understand it with that role and being in a cave. You're only catching like snatches of it, but it sounds like they have found tracks of whatever they're after.
Oh, great.
Any final preparation?
I slip on the racist knuckle dusters, and I, to a degree, understand the mentality of these sorts of people. Papa was a barbarioid. I don't know the specifics of this tribe, but I'd say that Morgan would get the whole idea of like not doing anything cowardly, so he's just gonna stand up against the wall at the back of the cave and wait. Not in the shadows, in the open, to be seen.
Well,
Okay, so you're in the open, but at the back.
we're in a cave. There is nothing but shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's not like as in you're not hiding behind
yeah. I'm not trying to
rocks
hide
or a
behind
crevice or
anything.
anything.
I guess I'll
I'm just
Okay.
chilling.
I'll follow his lead.
Okay. We'll say Kunk fingers the conch and then follow Joel's lead.
I love conch fingering.
Keep going.
Nothing.
Dylan realized that something was about to get added to the quotes channel.
Yeah.
Okay. So shortly after you heard that statue conversation, in what sounds like at least a dozen voices as one take up a loud song. Morgan and Kunk. Wait, well, no, because it's a name, so I think the name is the same. You all understand the word Tempest in this song, being the war god.
Oh boy.
I think he's chaotic evil.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like get out into the middle of the back part of this cave, and I'm gonna start dancing.
Make
I'm
a
gonna like,
religion check if you want.
Yeah, I'll try.
Dancing.
yeah, I'm dancing.
Oh god, I don't know.
I very much like the first time that Morgan ever tried to pray to Illustrae, where he was letting like the tribal dances of his father's people like bleed into it. Now he's just going like all out and basically dancing in response to their song. I guess effectively like as a an homage to Tempest.
Okay. So not like the graceful dance of Illustrae, but the dance of your people.
Yeah, the dance of my people.
Dance of your father's people.
Yeah, the dance of my father's people. Yeah.
Back with that roll, you're not sure if it's if Tempest or Talos is the god of war and which one's the god of storms. You never were much for following the deities.
Yeah, I didn't really think highly of them until a little bit ago.
All right, Morgan, make me a performance check, I guess.
Alrighty. Oh, let's go!
Morgan in charisma rolls when he's doing silly things.
I mean,
Yeah.
he is proficient in performance.
It's true. He got that from his when he found religion, I think.
No, it was from
Oh, it's from Drunken Master.
Oh, Drunken Masters gets performance.
Yeah, performance proficiency very early on.
I'll have my sword, my rapier, just kind of ready to be grabbed, but it's not drawn.
Okay. Yeah, so the cave is about... The opening is narrower than the cave itself. It opens up kind of wide and then narrows out at the back again.
Like usual caves.
But the opening being... What'd you say?
Like most caves.
Yeah. But they're on horses, so I'm trying to describe how tight of a fit it would be. So it's like 10 foot wide. The opening is like about 15 feet tall. So only one at a time can get through if they're on their horses. Or on their Pegasi. But you do begin hearing the noise of pounding footsteps and fat pounding hoofbeats.
The clip clop, clip clop.
And a moment later, they break into eyeline, where they are rushing towards the cave. Most of them, the Pegasi splitting off and almost making like a half circle around the cave opening behind them.
So if we try to flee, it's not easy.
And the barbarians rushing in, great axes and swords in hand. Not all of them great swords, some of them like short swords with shield and different things.
Ready to attack or just drawn?
Make an insight check. Not a difficult check. They look ready to attack.
Fuck.
Some of them, in fact, as they're running, they're still keeping up this loud war song. And as they get into the entrance of the cave, it's just echoing even louder off the walls. Some of them you see just red in their eyes. However, the leading three make it in, and they see Morgan doing this in beat with their war song. I'll say because of them rushing at you, Dylan, weapons drawn and all that, make me a wisdom save just to keep the dance going.
Okay.
Not bad.
DC was 40.
Oh damn.
You definitely feel some fear, apprehension, or whatever you think is appropriate for Morgan, with them rushing at you. But you managed to keep the dance going. The three in the front stop short, which kind of forces the ones behind them to also stop. Not putting away the weapons. One of the ones in the one that's actually at the point, looks at you. He didn't look to have the rage in his eyes like some of the others. None of these front three do. And he says in the not in common, but Morgan understands it and Conquan understand parts of it because it is a dialect of Aluskan. The cultists attack our lands, and now they mock Tempest.
We are no cultists.
They think we're cultists?
Really?
Make a So do you keep the dance up as you're saying this, Morgan?
If they're still singing, yeah, but if not, no.
Okay. The front three stop the song. The back ones look agitated and are still singing.
I guess yeah. I'll stop.
Okay. Make me a persuasion roll. At advantage because of the dance and everything.
Morgan doing crazy shit. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking.
Then why are you sneaking through our territory? Well, the gold one was attacked.
Well, we were trying to find.
Are they still speaking their
Protanther.
language, or did they switch to common?
They do not know common.
Okay.
We yeah, Morgan was we came here to find Protanther. But when other dragons began appearing, we were unsure as to whether they were him or the cult, and we were on a mission of utmost importance. We had people with us who weren't capable of fighting. We didn't want to put them at risk. So
Okay. Yeah. He'll turn around and make a motion, and the ones in the back would stop the song, and then he'll do another hand motion, And one of them breaks off and goes back out of the cave. A shaman will decide if what you say is true.
Okay.
If not, if not, you'll be taken with us back to camp.
Do I get I know what that means? Would you be taken back to camp? For some reason to me that's more ominous than like I don't know, that they just kill us. You know? Like what are you gonna do at camp?
It sounded like it was meant to be ominous.
Like are we gonna be slaves? Are they gonna eat us? Like what the hell, man?
Yes.
Yes. My slave meal. You will continue to do manual labor for me as I slowly remove pieces of you for consumption.
Well, no, it's like once they get like us good meaty, like good muscle going, then they'll eat us.
So, Morgan, you would know that at least the Regedmen frowned upon cannibalism.
Okay.
You're not sure about the Uthgard? I realize I never put that in chat.
I guess we'll find out.
I mean, if you're gonna have to find out, that implies that you aren't telling the truth.
Well, no, if they don't believe us.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they don't believe us for whatever reason, I mean, who knows what this guy's criteria is? I look above board. They're a bunch of backwards uncivilized. I don't know, like, by what metric they judge people.
And the most convincing person in the party can't talk to them.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Rebecca. I'm the face, and I do none of the facing.
Because I can't speak your language.
Yeah, how many times?
Y'all really need to go to the inner heartlands. So even when they don't speak common, you can speak to them.
Yeah, I can speak Shindathan, but
we'll just get a bunch of downtime and teach you more languages. Just, reclass. Go to Withers.
Go to Withers.
Take 8 levels in Monk. Keep the rest in...
13 levels in Monk.
Oh, yeah.
So completely ditch my Warlock.
Take 16 levels in Monk. Take the rest in your choice of Rogue or Warlock. Meaning 1 level. I think this is a great idea.
Why is Kunk in the North Start?
He's in the what?
I moved him when I did that click. He's down here.
You brought him
the
what? Oh, because
I did not move him. He was already there.
That is where we put landed the ship when we went on our expedition to the cauldron.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. I remember now.
I thought you meant like you accidentally sent him to the Underdark.
Sent him to the Underdark.
No, it's funny because there is also the North Dark as part of the Underdark.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
The shaman comes and banishes Kunk to the deep dark.
When the shaman sends you to the shadow realm.
Oh man, couldn't you like with the new ability of like the foreground layers just put the Underdark map underneath this so that like when we go under you could just
That's if we're using jump gate.
oh yeah this
Yeah,
one.
I haven't updated this to jump gate.
Damn.
Um, but yeah, we'll So you're just standing there waiting, as what would it be? It would be 20. As 23 barbarians are just staring at you.
Well, Morgan, he's got to wait for this shaman. And was the dancing strenuous enough to break that short rest?
What are the rules of a short rest? I know a long rest you can have an hour. Short rest
Couldn't have been doing that for more than 10
does
minutes.
nothing more strenuous. I'll say it was on the edge, but it didn't break your short rest.
Okay. So if he, after this guy goes to get the shaman, would be able to complete it, and effectively the others be able to complete it too, he would just look at the guys and look at the boys. Do I have anything? I've been using a lot of my shit. I don't know if I have any more.
I mean, it has not quite been the hour yet. I'll if it's something that relies on you having short rested already.
Oh, I was gonna cook.
I just have my arms crossed and I'm looking at the ground, leaning up against the wall, kicking rocks.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will say that five of them have come up closer to y'all to make sure y'all don't try anything.
actually, yeah, I don't have any shit to cook with. I have spices and I have my utensils, but I don't have any.
We used all our meat.
Yeah, all the dragon stuff I had were out of.
Yeah, you cooked for a bunch of orugs,
Yeah.
space orugs even.
You know what? I could make those chef treats as part of a short rest, I think.
Yeah.
Can I start doing that?
Sure, but they are watching you closely.
What is it? 4 plus your proficiency bonus.
But about a minute later, the one that walked off returns. Uh, with a figure that has a looks similar, very tall human, but this one has like a feather and what looks like horsehair necklace. Uh, and the other barbarians seem to be very clearly making way for him to come through.
Okay. I'll say that, like, just like as he's coming up and like approaching, I guess Morgan would be making donuts.
Okay.
Just waiting for him to come by making donuts.
Yeah. Okay. He'll pull what looks like a strange bundle of a lot of items. You see, it looks to be made up of sticks, more feathers and horsehair. What does this say? Bones, stones, and I think that's it. And he begins using it almost like almost like when you've seen clerics use a spell focus, but in doing so, like lighting part of it on fire and blowing it out, and the smoke surrounds the three of you.
Okay.
And this doesn't interrupt you making your donuts, but it is happening while you are making your donuts.
Is this a kind of zone of truth spell?
You definitely haven't seen it cast in this way before. Make me an Arcana check if you want to tell.
Ooh. First good
It
roll.
very much feels similar to the zone of truths you've been subjected to before. Though it does seem different in some way you can't quite place. Beyond just the way it was cast.
Okay.
But for it does have part of it has the effects of the zone of truth. So, do any of you resist?
No.
I will not. I don't know what Kunk would do.
I feel like he'd say maybe and then say no. I don't know. That sounds like very Amorhan.
Amorhan would say maybe, and then Beck would say, but they'll know if you succeed or fail anyway. And then Kunk would say, okay, fine.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah,
That's
that's exactly how it would go.
Amorhan the Enigma slowly becoming predictable.
He's so unpredictably predictable.
Yeah.
However, the ghost fish resists.
The ghost fish resists.
Oh, that's good to know. For
Yeah,
him, I guess.
Can't wait for the ghost fish to be the reason why we all die.
Okay.
No, if anything, it'll be the reason they love us. They'll be like,
No.
oh, spirit animal guides you on your path.
No, see, you would have wanted to find the what is the one? It's the you would have wanted to find the Great Whale tribe.
Nah.
But yeah, as the smoke finishes surrounding you all. What is your allegiance?
Do I understand this,
With
or is
the-
this gobbledygook?
So he'd start out, realize that you don't understand, and that Kunk is like having to piece it together. And then he would switch to slightly broken common. The Uthgar are very traditional. They do not do the new stuff like common.
That newfangled thing was common.
So all but one of the Uthgar tribes are older than almost any city on the Sword Coast.
Older than Waterdeep? Good lord.
Well, I mean, Waterdeep is new compared to Neverwinter and Luskan.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
The Uthgar took in remnants of Netheril when the Netherese Empire fell.
Oh.
Wouldn't they have been magic casters? What the fuck?
Not all of them
Lower
were
Netheril.
mage.
Oh.
The remnants of higher Netheril mostly died because their cities fell to the ground. Most of the surviving Netherese were from Lower Netheril. But yeah, so he would switch over to somewhat broken common. What's your allegiance? Oh, yeah. What's your loyalty to the dragon cult?
None? The hostile. We are
Yeah.
kind of like not their number one enemy, but like top 10 at least.
Oh, definitely. I'd even argue we're pushing top 5.
What they said.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, that was Kunk.
Punk just answers every question. Maybe.
Maybe.
Nah.
Why were you moving through our ancestral lands?
Seeking the gold dragon Pertanther for counsel.
Okay. And for this question, he changes back to to their language. And would look at Morgan because Morgan was the one that did the dance
I can speak their language perfectly.
and can speak their language.
Yeah.
Which, yes, Rebecca has a better persuasion, but there's something to be said for that as well.
Yeah.
Why should we treat you differently than any others we would capture?
I don't know.
As Morgan's folding donuts.
Yeah. Look. Cult's your enemy. Cult's our enemy. Doesn't necessarily have to make us friends, but perhaps temporary allies in the greater battle against our shared foe.
Make a persuasion check at advantage. And then Rebecca also make a persuasion check, straight roll for your previous 2 answers.
Can I gift my inspiration for playing Kunk to Morgan?
I think I could do a monk thing and spend a key
That's for
or
saving
something.
throws.
I think it's only for saving throws. Yeah, I'll allow it back.
Use it wisely.
Alright.
So you have this. You have the inspiration now, Morgan. If you want to re-roll that.
I feel like an 11's not enough to pass the DC, so let me try again.
Give advantage. Roll again.
Oh yeah. Alright, I forgot that's yep.
Oh.
And I have to take the new roll, so I'll take the 1 over the 0 if I'm allowed to, since it's advantage, right? So
Yeah.
turn that crisp 11 into a nice singular uno.
Tempest will decide this. Choose a champion among you.
You know, I had a feeling it was going to go this way.
You're not okay.
I'm not okay, yeah.
Kunk.
Does Kunk have a? I think Kunk still has a potion if he wanted to give it to Morgan.
I think Kunk probably would be the best at this.
I have a potion of superior healing that I could use, but I feel like
Kunk has so many potions.
Yeah, he doesn't share. But yeah, I think Kunk actually would be best as our champion because he can not cunning action. He can uncanny dodge, and he's got the sneak attack through swashbuckler.
Sure, why not? Morgan.
On the flip side, though, Morgan could just stun the person repeatedly.
Yeah, that's
if
true
he can
too.
go first and manages to stun them. If he doesn't, he's fucked.
I mean, he gets 4 attempts to stun him per round.
Well, yeah, but that's if he goes
Yeah.
first.
Oh, yeah,
and
go
don't
first.
one shot him.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
Question is, would Kunk want to?
Oh,
He just had a near-death experience, or not near-death. You said a death experience.
if it seems like something that Kunk wouldn't do, Morgan. I mean, like I said, I have that potion of superior healing. I could just pop that and fight him.
At a Morgan.
Yeah, ask him. Was he gonna be able to make it tonight?
Yeah, he's just gonna be. He's late because of work.
Ah, okay.
2 hours late as usual.
That damn guy.
I mean, I could also do it, utilizing cowardly tactics such as hit and run.
Dude, that's my problem. Is if Tempest is judging it, even though I'm fucked up, I feel like I should do it. I don't want to take it away from Kunk being able to do it spotlight wise.
What if judging
But
it
if either
means
of
whoever comes up
you-
on top?
I mean, Might is right to these guys, but if you're just gonna fucking hit them and run away, they're gonna call you a bitch for it through and through.
And for what it's worth, Morgan is the one that has done the Tempest things so far.
Yeah.
But I mean too. See what Emarine says. Hello, kitty cat. Look at you, you soft little fluffy stuffy.
Yeah, with Morgan's background, I'll say he doesn't need to. And the barbarians back off enough for y'all to discuss this. I mean, they're still keeping an eye on you to not do anything fishy. But with Morgan's background from Papa Bourbon, you know that you would know without needing to roll. Tempest is the Lord of Battles, but honorable combat.
Yeah, okay.
I think stun locking someone could be seen as dishonorable.
I mean, that's if I do that.
In the
I
world, it probably wouldn't be, but as a tabletop game, it's dishonorable.
Yeah, again, that's if I do that. My plan wasn't actually to just stun lock them.
It'd be funny though.
It would
I
be
mean, it's
fun.
not normally Morgan's MO anyway. He stuns them. He does stun people. I think the only time you fully like stun locked someone was the fight ring you were introduced in.
Yeah. Yeah, because I try not to do it. I don't like that it's a lot of monks go-tos and it makes things not fun or less of a challenge,
Like I
like
had to do
DM
it in
sets
the
up
arena,
an encounter.
otherwise I would have died.
Yeah, but well, see, I don't care as much about the arena because yeah, we're kind of playing for glory, but also you're playing for money. So Morgan will do what
Wait,
he
there's
needs to.
money?
You guys getting
I
paid?
mean,
Oh,
we
that
bet.
arena.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no,
That's what I thought you
oh
were
no.
talking about.
Beck's talking about arena favor.
Oh yeah.
Where Koga stun locked me.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I felt really bad, but it was either that or die.
Times you do what you gotta do.
Uh, Morhan is not able to answer.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I guess let's force feed Morgan some health potions.
Yeah,
Here's
you know what? If Kunk wants to give up some of those so that I don't have to waste my one and only superior,
he has 2 greater healings and 4 regular.
Yeah, but I mean,
Would he use that?
would he though?
Yeah.
What do I have? I
I
have.
have a potion of healing.
Oh, I have. Wait a second. I have a greater, a regular, and a superior. So I'll sit on that superior. I'm gonna drink the regular and the greater.
Okay.
So give me a second here while I.
You could also try to solve for the rest to be over. Is the other option.
I mean.
Can we have like 5 minutes, please?
Yeah, how long do we? Nah, you know what? Nah, just gonna. I'm gonna fucking do this right, okay? So
Okay.
it's a 2d4 plus 2. So that's a 9. And then
Greater is 44 plus 4.
30. Is it 20? 25 plus 9 is 34. And then 44 plus 4. 16. Uh, 34 plus 16. 50. Which means I still get to keep my chicken punches. Alright, yeah. I'm good enough. I'm gonna fucking rock this. I'm either gonna die trying or we'll figure it out. But yeah, sure. Morgan will drink both of those and then quickly drink like a pint of beer because why not? I already know I did that healing thing just before this, but he gets a little alcohol in his system because that's just his MO. And he'll turn towards these guys and all right, I'm representing my people. Which one of you am I fighting?
Tempest himself.
Yeah, stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Yeah, not even Avatar of Tempest. No, it's Tempest himself appears in front of you. What do you do?
He who walked the earth. Who?
Bowhammer, the Lord of Battles. The Battle Lord.
You know, with a name like Foehammer, I feel like either he's going to die in an unfortunate pelican crash or pummel me to death.
Can't believe the fucking god of war of Fair died in a pelican crash.
And then the pelican! Ah! He just slams into the ground.
Okay. The one that had been at the point when they were charging in and had initially talked to you. You'll fight me, Chief Tobal Sharphoof.
It is my honor. They call me Morgan, the urban bourbon of Rendar.
Okay. What weapons do you choose?
uh, I will hand Flash and Thunder, my spin boxes, to Rebecca, and Morgan will just step forward with the racist knuckle dusters on his left hand. Yeah, he always keeps it on his left hand, and he just kind of like cracks the knuckles on his right and just holds them up in front of him.
For this to work, I need a verbal answer.
Okay, so unarmed fighting. Okay, so he will he'll lean over and unstrap two yeah, because they're tall. He has he'll unstrap two short swords that he has like in straps to his lower legs.
Just
Hand them to the side.
fucking
Take a
daggers.
great axe off his back. Hand it to the side.
Oh god.
Take a dagger out of both boots. Hand them to the side. He will keep the shield because that's not a weapon.
I'm so gonna get bashed with
Actually,
that.
no. Barbarians can't have a shield in their unarmored defense, can they? I was getting barbarian and monk backwards. One can and one can't.
Let me look. Barb. Unarmored. You can use a shield.
Okay. Yeah, he'll keep the shield.
I think I can't use the shield.
I believe that is correct.
Because technically, I think my armor class can go higher than barbarian base, or no.
No, because they get the plus.
Wait. I'm assuming it's too late to answer your question, Bean.
Yeah, we let Morgan have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear my phone go off.
Yeah, you were at work. It's totally fine.
Did you want
Okay.
it?
I didn't really think about it.
Motherfucker.
That sounds like Kunk. Just shark responsibility.
Anyways, I'm on my way home now, so I'll be in like half an hour.
Okay.
Right.
The other barbarian besides Tobal and the shaman will all form a circle around you and Tobal. There'd be a gap on one side for Kunk and Rebecca to stand in.
I guess I'll stand there. Kunk
Okay.
will probably too.
The shaman would stand to the side of you two. You two fight for the glory of Tempest. And to determine the fate of you and your friends. Tempest will decide if this ends in death or not. And with that, he'll step to the side, and the ring would take up the war song again, but not as loud. Morgan, Roll initiative.
Oh boy. It's been a while since I've done one of these.
No, I don't have a. Guess let me just get the Berserker token. I have this man's stats, but I don't have a token for him. Strangely enough, not the first time Morgan has been the champion in a fight against barbarians in the middle of a fight ring.
Look, I wanted to do it last time too, but it made sense for him.
Very, very bad roll.
Well, the first time around, up in the north, yeah, I definitely could have seeded that, and that was my bad. But I kind of walked myself into this one more so I feel like it's only right to avoid getting us killed.
Yeah.
Or, well, not even
Right.
necessarily so much getting us killed, but avoid making another fucking enemy that we really don't need right now.
Can't wait for word spreads, and you have the enmity of all the barbarian tribes of the north. Let's go.
No, actually, my true goal being is to slowly collect all the tribals' favors and become the tribal king. I already got the tribe.
That's what Uthgar did, and that's why he's a deity.
Oh, okay.
He united them all and killed the orcs.
Oh, I guess it's a good thing I never mentioned that I had that stone from the tribe of many arrows. Otherwise, they'd fucking they'd kill me.
Above board, the kingdom of many arrows is this tribe specifically sworn enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, yet I met that guy all the way down in like. Fuck, where was it again? Where did we meet them?
It was outside Daggerford. It was the
It was in the
Was
Troll
it-
Hills.
was-
it
It was in the Troll Hills. Yeah, up here.
the unmarked hills.
Don't know why the hell we met them there if their kingdom's up here.
'Cause they were
They told you they were on a diplomatic. No, they were on a diplomatic
Oh,
mission
yeah.
to the other orc tribes
Yes, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
because of the cult.
I approached the man.
You win initiative.
Wait, what?
You
Go
win
first.
initiative. You go first.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so I approached the man. And yeah, I will. First things first. I'm going to. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do the old tried and true. I'm gonna bop them twice.
Okay. Those will both hit.
Dink and Gadonk.
Okay.
And then I will burn a key to punch twice more with flurry of blows.
Okay.
Those
will both hit?
Neither. Alrighty. No stunno. No stunno. But
No
and then that's my go.
He did not get to. Since you went first, he did not get to rage. He is bloodied.
Had to put a
Oh,
dent
no.
in before
He's almost bloodied.
very good.
He would like to rage.
He may do so if he so desires.
He looks to the great Goliath in the sky to see if he's allowed to rage. Then yeah, he's gonna punch you.
He does have to pay a not a tithe, royalties.
Royalties. Yeah. And he will do so Yes. When he goes into a rage, he's like frothing at the mouth in rage.
Oh boy.
So he will attack you recklessly. That's a 24 to hit
Oh yeah.
and a 25 to hit.
Most definitely.
But now you'll
What
have
is
advantage
his-
to hit him
It's true.
if you survive.
So true. If I survive, yeah. I don't know how much damage he's doing here.
I mean, he's fighting unarmed. He's not a monk.
Oh yeah,
What is-
that's true.
What is the rage damage?
I think that depends on your level.
It does.
Yeah, I'm
And-
pulling up the I'm having to pull up the barbarian sheet real quick.
And I think his level is equivalent to his CR.
No, this guy just has a level.
Oh, he has a level.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
that makes more
It's a-
sense.
It's a +3.
Well, he has at least at most two
A 4?
levels in barbarian.
So the
Oh no,
first
that's the amount of damage
attack,
you can rage. Never mind.
the first attack does 13, and the second one does 12. So you take 25 points of damage.
That is half of my current health.
He has at most 15 levels in barbarian.
But it is Morgan's turn.
All right. I'm going to get a little flavorful here. I'm going to where's my thing? Where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I swear I put this in as an ability.
Wait, the flexible?
I did. Yeah, there we go. Okay. As part of a grapple action, you may attempt to judo throw a target of the same size. They must make a strength saving throw to resist being moved. The DC is equal to your key save DC. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to grapple him with one of my attacks. Which one of these days I will find a way to gain a proficiency in athletics, but until then, I suffer. That's not terrible.
Okay.
He's a
But
He
barbarian.
is
there is
raging, so he has advantage on this.
He could only succeed.
I mean, he could fail. It is possible for him to fail. He does not have
Your strength score is your minimum.
Is likely
Yeah, he
for
just-
him to succeed.
So on your first attack, he shrugs it off.
Do I want to try it again? I will try it again. This is
Okay.
a big risky gambit. Oh, he
I'll
could
Well,
only
wait,
succeed.
Yeah, this one he can only succeed.
Unless
He
nat
does
one?
he does succeed.
Damn. All right. I will.
I mean, he has a +10 to the roll, so that one would be an 11.
I'll burn a key because he did. Oh my god, he reckless, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes, but that doesn't matter for
Grapple.
grapples.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
It's only for actual attacks.
Burn a key, bonus action, punch him twice, has advantage.
Yep.
Bingo.
That'll hit.
Dongle.
That'll hit. Are you making either of these a stun? Oh wait, he resists those. 1 second.
To the because he was almost bloodied and then he raged. So after that first hit, if anything, he'd be maybe bloodied.
He is bloodied.
Sure, sure. I mean, he's a barbarian. Yeah, I'll make that last attack a stunning strike.
Okay.
And my save DC is 18.
Okay, he very much can fail this. Let me read something real quick.
However, he likely will not.
I don't know. Barbarians are skilled in con saves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's probably gonna pass.
Oh.
I'm not trying to do the reverse psychology here. No. The famously good at these. No, I mean, like, theoretically, he should be famously good at these. I'd be very
That is a
surprised.
16.
And he fails. Yo, you know what? It works. Let's go with the reverse psychology.
Actually, wait. Let me make sure this subclass. I don't think the subclass thing affects stun. But let me check it real quick. It does not. In fact,
I was about to say.
I believe the rage my dent. In fact,
Incapacitated?
oh no, unconscious,
Yeah.
not incapacitated. Okay, he is still raging. So his turn is skipped. So I'm just not going to move the tracker. It is your turn, Morgan.
Okay.
You have advantage.
I have advantage. I'm gonna try and throw him. For one of them. That's awful.
We're gonna pull up the incapacitated condition real quick.
I think
It'd be more stunned. Not.
This is not a saving throw, so he does still get the contest. That succeeds. 22.
Okay. So up until this point, because I haven't really been describing it, Morgan's just been kind of like bobbing and weaving, and he's almost kind of got like this extra little like almost Muhammad Ali type like quick feet to like what he's doing, working up a sweat, and you're not 100% sure if like it's a combination of him being exhausted or if it's like even just like the fire coming off of his punches, but like he's really starting to heat up. And yeah, fuck it. He's gonna throw a punch, failing to grapple him.
Yep, that hits.
All right. And then
Okay,
I'll
for 6.
burn one.
No, still for.
I'll burn one more key for flurry of blows, and if I'll just throw the 2 punches. No stunnerinos.
Okay, both of those hit.
I don't want to be a chain guy.
So 7 and 8. Okay.
But yeah, he
Uh,
just bobs and weaves and like throws like, and even though he's stunned, he'll still like throw like an occasional feint and then connect him, hit him at, like, sometimes in the body, sometimes in the face, and then yeah, that's my turn.
Very good. Okay. He looks at you, shaking off the dazedness you put on him, and there's a bit of there's some respect in his eyes. You think behind the froth and the red, but he is going to reckless.
Parry?
Parry? I don't have the ability to parry. I could have patient defensed,
You could have.
but I didn't.
I forgot to. I just rolled 2d20. I didn't. The modifier.
Imagine if I could deflect missile his punches. No.
So that is a 20 to hit, which misses.
Canada 2024.
Yes, yeah, the 20 would miss.
The second one is a 28 to hit.
Most definitely. Quite assuredly, in fact.
Okay. Morgan takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the first one you just kind of deflect with your hand, but the second one he comes around and just right hooks you in the side of the head.
Oh.
Oh, and because he has the frothy mouth, he gets to make a bonus action attack.
Oh.
Oh, he's frenzy, Barb.
Yep.
He's a berserker.
Another 20. Morgan.
Alrighty. I'm not looking good. I gotta try and put it into this. He didn't reckless this time, or
He
did
did.
he reckless?
Reckless, yes.
He reckless. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, yeah. I'll throw my dose punches. Just after getting like his bell literally rung with that swipe to the side of his head, he just kind of shakes it off a little bit, and he's like keeping the guard up, and every so often like trying to like do a feint, and then he's like doing like oh my god, I wish I remember that one guy's name, the one fucking MMA dude that like literally does the Dante old guard style thing from Devil May Cry. No, it's a newer guy in the MMA. He literally fights like Dante from Devil May Cry. It's nuts.
Mike Tyson.
Oh, not Mike Tyson. He's a boxer.
Mike Tyson is not new.
I know. I'm just saying fighting names I know.
But yeah, so like he'll just kind of like, and then he'll throw a kick, try and like hit him in the ribs. And then I'm just saying it's a kick as
For
flavor.
7?
And then
Still technically on an arm strike.
yeah, still technically an arm strike. The only thing is like the racist knuckle duster, the +1, I guess wouldn't apply to that, but again, it's all flavor shit here. And then kind of like go to kick on the other leg, but then kind of bring it back down and pivot really hard to just blast him in the stomach.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
For 7?
7. Okay.
He's critical.
He's critical. All right. Yeah, definitely burning the key for the flurry of blows. And just kind of like still moving, really working up a sweat now, to the point where like I would say you'd almost see heat radiating off of Morgan. And I imagine this guy's probably pretty heated too, but like in a different way. Like his blood is boiling in like some form of, anger, whereas like Morgan's is almost like this ultra controlled focus. And he's gonna try and like basically bring him down with this. He tries to like hook him with a kick behind the knee.
Okay, that hits.
And then, so for the flavor of this, because I can technically do it with Crusher, he hooks him behind the knee and then almost kind of like pulls him forward to move around behind him. And then like MMA style just throws a quick elbow into the back of his head.
That hits.
And hoping to God that that's enough to bring him down.
So 15 halves of 7 plus 1 is 8. He is still up.
All right. Oh shit. Yeah, that was all I could do. I have committed to this fate.
Okay. Rebecca and Kunk watching on, and the Ring of Barbarians. Both combatants looking to be on the edge.
Morgan's edging.
Stop.
Uh, Morgan thought this would happen. I thought this might happen earlier. I didn't think it would happen now. Morgan, he goes like he's about to jab you right in the center of your chest, and you go to guard, and at the last second, he turns it into an uppercut, hitting you square on the chin. He rolled a crit.
Oh, damn.
Um, which, it is possible for you to survive this. If
I mean, especially if Tempest intervenes.
well, yeah, I mean, it's possible for him to not be knocked unconscious by this. So he has brutal criticals.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, technically has the second stage of brutal critical at 3rd level or 13th level. Rebecca and Morgan, you see this at the last second. You see the change in where his fist is going, but it's too late for you to react. It cracks into the bottom of the jaw. Rebecca and Conk, you watch as Morgan is lifted a good 3 feet off the ground by the force of this punch. And he just falls onto the ground on his back. Combat is not over. Does Rebecca react, or is she waiting to see what Tempest decides?
She's just like, oh no, like when something bad happens in sports, the people like they put their hands to the side of their heads and like their elbows are out like that.
Okay. It was 21 damage by the way, Dylan.
Yeah, I figured with the brutal criticals, yeah.
If he could have, he would have had to roll either 4 ones or 3 ones and a 2 for you to stay up.
Yeah, that's Rebecca's face alongside the head, hands on head.
So he goes in, and he bends down, standing right over Morgan, primed for a second punch to the head. He looks over at the shaman. And you watch as the same smoke that encircled the 3 of you earlier enshrouds Morgan. And the barbarian would step back. Morgan.
Is that good or that bad? I don't know.
Morgan, you come back to consciousness. A very hurt jaw and head. But you have 45 HP.
45.
45.
Okay.
Power of Tempest compels thee.
You just kind of... Oh. Good punch.
He would reach his hand down to help you up. If you take it.
Oh yeah, he will gladly take it.
Okay. The shaman steps back forward. It seems Tempest decided you are to be set free. You are a mighty warrior indeed.
Thank you. You too. He'd look over at the champion guy. He was their chieftain, right? What was his name again?
He was the chief, and his name was I have it here. Hobel Sharphoof. And I said it wrong earlier. He's actually the High Chieftain.
All right. Yeah, Morgan would say, you really gave me a run for my money, Doble.
You as well. I don't suppose you're looking for a place among our numbers.
You know, when I was younger, I had the opportunity to throw my lot in with my father's tribe. I sought the chance to see the rest of the world. Honestly, perhaps one day I would, but right now my quest takes me to recover my soulmate. She's been taken from me by the cult. Was part of the reason why we came here. Part of, not fully. Seeking Protantha.
With Tempest's blessing, I'll see that none of the sky ponies trouble you or your group for the next 2 moons. Though I can't speak for the other tribes.
Understood, and much appreciated. Think, and he would turn to Rebecca. 2 more moons would be about the time that Protantha's relief would arrive, right?
About that.
Moons being moon cycles, like month. Well,
Okay. All right, that's a
rough,
misunderstanding.
not exactly months, but
No, it'll
Okay.
be here in 2 days. Not Morgan. A moon is about a
Oh,
month.
right. Sorry. Um, yeah, we're only going to be in the area a couple more days at best. We got to see to his allies coming to relieve him. As you're probably aware, he's been fighting relatively non-stop. Needs a chance to recuperate.
the shaman in common. You and your group are working against the dragon cult.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
Yes.
what is their goal here?
In this area, looting, killing Protanther, general mayhem, all of Toril, end of the world. By bringing the Dragon Queen upon us all.
Yeah. I mean,
So it is as the signs have said. Uh,
the signs. Not the signs.
They opened up my eyes.
that's the sun.
Saw the sign. Opened up my eyes, I saw the signs. Ooh.
I always thought that song was "I Saw the Sun." I'll be honest with you.
No.
It is good you work to stop them, but because that will not be how the world ends.
How will the world end?
What is it? It's their mythology. The gods of fury work to destroy it, as they always have.
Ah. Well, we'll make sure they get their chance. Stop the five-headed bitch from destroying it before they can.
And when he says gods of fury, there would be a couple of the barbarians. You assume the ones that can understand common, that like spit at the ground at the mention of them.
Oh, so they're not okay. They're not looked fondly upon. I apologize. I don't really even just general divine stuff. I wasn't super into until a little bit more recently.
But you are free to go, unless there's anything else we should know. Do you know of any other cultists in the area? Maybe this hunt can be not for naught.
Not to my knowledge. There were two blue dragons that flew off eastward, but they're probably long gone by now. As for general cultists, we haven't seen any.
I know that this is your territory and all, but if you really wanted to strike at the heart of them, the kingdoms are planning a march on, was it the Well of Dragons? The Well of Dragons in the coming months? In the coming months.
The rally point is El Terrell.
Would be far to the south, but if you
That's a
It's a
long.
long way away.
yeah, if you wish to strike at the heart of them, that's where you'll find them. But their base is here. If you happen to know where any of the chromatic dragons nest in this area, is likely where you'll find cultists, especially if it's in closer proximity to one of the big cities like Silvery Moon, because they'll be wanting to loot that place for their ungodly ritual.
Okay. I will. Let's see here. That city is one we do not go near often. But we will keep doing what we can around here about them.
Well, if you change your mind, you will likely be welcomed. Another group of talented warriors such as yourselves would never go amiss.
New side quest. Go around and collect all the Youthgart tribes for the fight.
I think it's a good idea.
Between the orcs to the north, well, with the orcs to the north still, we wouldn't be able to do any. We wouldn't be able to move that far away unless the other tribes agreed to work with us too. We can't give up our ancestral home.
Understandable.
Plus, I think that's like a 2-month march.
Yeah, they'd probably need help getting there on time.
I'm gonna pull up the more accurate distance map, but it's a bit of a trek,
Yeah, it's
especially because like they can't go through the cities.
no.
So like the roads are pretty much out of the question. So the calculator says that it's a 49-day march, but that's not taking into account that a bunch of this route is through like forest or hills and stuff like that.
Swamp.
Yeah. Well, I did take them around the Evermoors. Yeah, so even with that, they would get their 19 is they would get the first of Myrtle. They'd get there like I don't know, a month before the march began. So they'd have to do all their marshaling and training and everything in a month instead of in the 3 months that everyone else has.
Yeah.
And that's with the good estimate of time. But worth noting because Kunk was the one that knew of the Sky Ponies tribe. This is very much just like a small group of them. The tribe is much bigger.
Oh man.
Most of the tribes have like 1,000 or so people. But yeah. But yeah, after y'all are done talking, they will make their way out. I'll say a few of them come over and like clap you on the back, Morgan.
Hey.
And the first couple you're not prepared for, so like you get pushed forward a few inches. But yeah, Kunk and Rebecca finished their short rest. Morgan, you entered a fight, so you'd have to restart if you want to take it still right now.
11 tip HP.
Yeah,
And
I'll
Morgan, because the person doesn't have to be having a short rest. They just have to be within a radius of me.
I'll take
really?
the
That's
donuts I made and put them inside of the chest of preserving inside of the bag of holding,
Okay.
which I have 10 of those. And then yeah, I'll take my short rest if I'm able.
Well, you can do that when we're back in Waterdeep.
Do what back in Waterdeep?
Rest.
We're leaving now?
That's why we were resting here. I mean, we'll wait for the barbarians to leave.
Hold on. Above board. I'm fucking confused. I thought we were sticking around until he got relieved.
No, we have to go get... We said we'll meet him in Waterdeep.
Is he gonna be alive to meet us in Waterdeep?
He said he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He said he had one spell slot left.
Okay.
But
all
like,
right.
we can also go see if like anyone could potentially help him sooner in Waterdeep. And like we are fucked up. We cannot help him as much as we could possibly be able, as much as we probably should be able to
All right,
really help him.
we go.
I also have to say, Morgan just won a fight that he had like almost a 6 times health disadvantage on.
Technically through divine intervention.
Well, Morgan. Okay, to be fair, Morgan didn't win the fight. Morgan went toe to toe in the fight. The other guy was on 6 health.
If I hadn't tried to throw him that one time when he was stunned and just went through with the punches, I
You probably would have
would've
defeated
won.
him.
Yeah.
He should have had a on the initiative. I don't think he could have. He literally couldn't have beat Morgan anyway, so it doesn't matter. You had to like a 25 on the initiative tracker, I think,
Yeah.
and he has a +2 to initiative. Oh no, +3 to initiative. All right, so y'all teleport back to Waterdeep.
All right, and once we're back, I'm gonna head off to the council area to give a note to Reginald to pass around to anyone who's available, especially any dwarven representatives who could get messages out to Mithril Hall that Pertanther could use a little bit of extra help for the next couple days until his true relief comes.
Okay. You also have a couple letters waiting for you.
Excellent.
When you get to Reginald. One of them would be a we'll say it has the seal of the Open Lord of Waterdeep on it,
Okay.
and it would be addressed to all council members.
I'll save that. Say that for later.
Okay.
Save that for later.
Well, no, you're waiting for to get all of us together.
The other one would be here it is. It would also have the seal of the Open Lord of Waterdeep and say, to all council members.
Man, how many messages have we missed? Regarding my previous letter.
Per my previous missive.
My previous attempt to contact you about your tavern's extended warranty.
You actually have to pay the fire tax. Morgan and Kunk, would y'all be heading back to Troll Skull while Rebecca goes off to the council?
Sure.
Yeah.
I would have said I'll meet you back at Trill Skull anyways.
Okay. When you go, I'll say when you get there, y'all go upstairs, and when you go in the, just move y'all to the Troll Skull map.
You find that the building is far bigger than you realize.
Yeah, I don't think I said that on the recording. Turns out, the person that made the map was made wrong. Troll Skull is about twice as big in each dimension. Well, twice as big in the 2D dimensions than we thought. It's not twice as tall. So this map, I'll try to find one that fixes it. When y'all go upstairs, you see that there is a rolled up piece of parchment laying on the table.
Well, I think I'll let Morgan deal with it.
Oh, gee, thanks. Sure, I'll deal with it.
Okay. Morgan, you pick it up and it has a red wax seal on it. That has the symbol for the Warden of Waterdeep.
Elliot.
Stop calling him that. If you want to get turned into a frog, keep it up.
I didn't call him that. Beck called him that. Rebecca didn't say anything.
Yeah, Beck's getting turned into a frog. Don't you know that Elminster frequents Canada?
Yeah, the Toronto area. The House of the Greenwoods. I can't believe Elminster has a Canadian passport.
You think he needs a passport? Just a piece of paper that he waves in front of their faces and casts hypnotic pattern.
He actually has the Doctor Who psychic paper.
Yeah.
That shit would be broken as fuck.
But it's a passport for everywhere.
And it's whatever document you need to be anywhere.
Meow.
But yeah, you open it up, Morgan, and the paper is blank. But a voice booms out of it. When you're back in Waterdeep, come to my office.
I'm gonna get back to Joe's school and be like, I was just there!
All of us, or just me?
Probably all of us.
He'll actually say that out loud.
No. All three of you hear that voice.
Oh,
The fuck? I look around looking for Elminster.
Yeah, Rebecca, and it's not in your head. You're hearing it with your ears. But no one else around you. You're walking down the street when that happens. No one else around you reacts in any way. But you're sure you heard that with your ears, not in your head.
I don't know why you phrased it like a hey, when you see this, but sure. Start walking back towards the fucking building.
I have a feeling that Oirin and Zarin and them probably heard that voice too.
Alright, Comp, let's
Probably
go
not
talk
Zarin,
to
because Zarin wasn't in town at the time of the attack. But if it did include Zarin, it would also be Tia, Loki.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Elminster would be smarter than that to just make a letter tell people who are very far away and likely won't be back in Waterdeep for like any time soon to like,
He just addressed it to whom it may concern.
yeah.
And it may concern them. Who knows?
All right, come to Elminster. We ride.
Yep.
We right.
Uh,
I'm definitely getting there first.
Actually, I didn't think about it. You wouldn't be in the street, Rebecca. It would be. They would have opened that while you were in the council room getting the mail. So you don't get the message until you walk out of the council room
Wow. It's like,
because of the protections in there.
I look around for Elminster. Why did you freeze it? Where'd you go? Okay, fine. I'll just head off to his office.
Yeah, you see Morgan and Conka walking in the front door of the palace as you're looking around for Elminster
Oh, I thought
and you hear the voice.
I thought I beat you guys back at Trollskull. Why are you here?
You got a message.
From who?
The Minster.
Oh no, Kunk's a frog.
Well, there goes Kunk.
But the frog has a giant nose.
As it should.
That's weird. He just spoke to me, but like he wasn't around. But also like phrased it in a really weird way, like as if like I wasn't present. I kind of feel like he's messing with me. But I was just about to head off to his office. What was his message to you?
To come talk to him when we got back to Waterdeep. Found a letter, opened it up, and then heard him like he was standing next to us.
That's so weird. What a coincidence. I rolled a nat one on intelligence. She's not putting this together. But yeah, we'll head off to Elminster's office.
That implies that this implies that the letter has been sitting on that table and Oirin has not opened it.
He's busy researching
Yeah,
his
what the
super
fuck?
poison.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. Oirin would have like come down the stairs when he heard the voice, and he would have followed Morgan and Kunk. So Oirin would be there too. Yeah, y'all go upstairs, go to the office of the Warden of Waterdeep. The human secretary is out at the desk again. The Uniques, is it?
Yep.
What business brings you here today?
We were personally asked by the warden to come see him.
What she said.
Am
Okay,
I actually a frog? And I'm just
no, you're not actually a frog.
okay.
Just don't push your luck.
Though if you do turn into a frog, you're the frog I posted the picture of with the nose.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like the. Ugh. I don't
I
like
had
the little
the
bulb on the end.
I had the wrong server open. I only saw that now.
That's real. Um. Let me check with him real quick.
Nice, Dylan.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Apparently, that frog can inflate its nose.
Just bounces things away from it.
The frog is named for its Pinocchio-like nose, which can enlarge and inflate in certain situations.
Sounds like a great frog.
Yeah. He'd come back out a moment later. Yes. He's ready to see you now. And as you walk in, this time when you walk in, the room is fully furnished. So most of the chairs and furnishings look like they went out of style a couple centuries ago. Well, made it back from the Silver Marches, have you?
Yeah. Just just a quick trip.
Where are your companions,
They are currently having a short respite on Mount Celestia as we were attacked by a dragon. A couple dragons, actually. So I'm going to get them tomorrow.
Yes, it seems in the last several days, the attacks have been ramping up on the protected areas.
Yeah, I asked our page to see if they could get a message out to potentially Mithra Hall that if they could potentially spare anyone to aid Protanther, as he kind of lost a fight the night before we encountered him, and he he's pretty tired.
I should say, from what he said, it did not seem like he lost that fight. It seemed like he won that fight. He's just been in constant fights for days, is why he's so hurt.
I mean, from our perspective, it seemed like he fell from the sky and crash landed.
I mean, when you asked about that fight, he said that he killed a blue that night, and you had seen the lightning was what the other breath was.
Yeah, but the fire breath disappeared in the final, like the champion, like the last breath we saw in the sky, which I think was after the impact, was lightning.
Right.
But if he says he won it, he won it. But our first impression did not have that indication.
Right.
I will not question a golden dragon about whether or not they want to fight.
That's like questioning their honor and their prowess in one thing. Like, so, because, yeah. I wanted you to meet here because there's been some leads on your family members.
Oh,
Most attempts to divine their location still still fail. But occasionally one gets through for a glimpse. Only for a minute or two at a time.
That kind of sounds like the people, the dragonkin taken by the cult. The
The-
Platinum Sanctuary were able to scry on my friend Francesco for a little bit, but then it stopped.
They've been moving. Well, they've been in a different location every time the divination has come through. It seems that, best we can gather, they're working their way down the trade. Which would be the road that runs south from Waterdeep,
Yeah.
Like- past Daggerford and down towards,
that big road that doesn't appear on the map.
yeah, let me move y'all to the big map that takes forever to load, because it actually has the road.
what the traveler club?
Yeah, this road.
Yo, it's only 50 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make that in a round. I called in a couple favors trying to get people to see if they could find them. But there was no signs of any caravans or anything like that making their way down yet through the snow. Which to transport them, they would almost have to, especially in a way that's blocking divination. So they're being moved in some other way.
So no standing on the road waiting for them to approach in a kind of high noon duel kind of style.
But the progress they're making is as if they were walking by foot. How far they've been making it down the tradeway in the glimpses we have had.
You think we could catch him?
Or cut them off at, I don't know, Borsky Bridge?
Perhaps. We haven't been able to get a glimpse since around high sun yesterday. At that time they were near the fork where the tradeway and coastway meet, which would be this fork.
Their final destination probably would be the well. And if they get them there, we're not getting them back until D-Day.
T-Day, if you will.
Yes.
Hmm.
If you're looking to cut them off at Borskia Bridge, you would probably need to go today. Past that, the options open up. They could leave the road much more easily. But then he would look around and, y'all look fairly beat up already today.
Yeah, we fought 3 dragons today. 2 at once, and then a third.
And live to tell the tale.
Well,
Quite
we did
impressive
have
of you.
We did have a gold dragon help. Well, more than help. I'm pretty sure he did most of the heavy lifting.
As I said a couple days ago, I cannot currently leave the city to help you with this. I could send you to Borskia Bridge, but what you decide to do is up to you. I doubt that they used all their tricks in attacking you, though. So I would be prepared.
Morgan,
Yep.
you take a short rest or whatever. I'm gonna go speak to some friends of mine, see if I can get anyone to help. Maybe Mert might be willing to help.
Yeah, all right.
Let's have to talk to him anyways. At some point soon.
Morgan will give Elminster a look like he wants to say something to him, but then like look at the others and then almost kind of like be like, no, not right now. And then he'd walk out. Probably go outside of the building, wait for those two to leave, and then go back in to go talk to Elminster.
I will say that as you're walking outside, like when you're waiting, you would hear in your head, "Nib for your thoughts."
The fuck's a nib?
It's the Waterdeep copper piece.
Morgan would, because it's in my head, right? I'm not hearing this with my ears like last time.
Yeah, you hear that in your head.
Okay. With everything going on, as you could tell, we want to get our family back, and that's important. But there's A lot of other important stuff going on. And you've been nothing but helpful. I mean, hell, you're famously a good guy too. Um, I gotta ask, and this is gonna sound weird, but do you know, like, do you know what we've been running around and doing? Like, besides the stuff that the council tells you?
I have guesses at bits and pieces of it.
Okay,
I know that you weren't in Callum.
okay, I'm not at liberty to speak about that right now. I was going to discuss a different matter. Um, but you may be correct in the fact that okay, yeah, we weren't in Calumport. That's all I'm going to say. But this most recent endeavor of ours, um, what is your best ventured guess as to what we were doing and why?
Is Morgan referring to, like, Silvery Moon, like this, what you literally just did?
Yeah, like with us trying to get these guys heart swayed by Protanther.
And looking for a fugue plane thing.
Yeah, basically
Yeah,
everything
I
that has
mean,
to do with the Bahamut fight.
this one, to be honest with you, has had quite a few pieces to the puzzle that involved him. Um,
Yeah,
so
there's no way
this
he
one,
doesn't know.
this one is very fair for me to see if he knows.
Yeah, I was not at all implying the Kalue thing because he's learned his lesson. He's not going to say anything about that.
A trial of worth for 3 people recently brought to the city by your friends. Or by thy friends.
Wait, I thought we never asked him. Did we ask him? No, you just asked him how to get to the fugue plane, right?
No, he asked why. I'm like, just because I had to give a reason as to why. I was vague, but I did say to measure worth.
Oh, okay, all right.
A trip to a former king of justice.
Yeah, Morgan just like
And
waits for him to piece it all together. Sorry.
uh I'd give myself about a 3 in 7 chance of guessing this correct.
Yeah, okay. You know what? How did I know that you knew? Listen, we need help with that. We if you understand how important it is you could see why I'm asking you.
What would you have me do? What would thou have me do? I never know when to use the thou.
Honestly, well, Rebecca's got to go get them. But if this is going to be our best chance to, get our family back, when we go to do that, could you bring them to Protanther after the public apology and have him see if they're still worthy?
If you're not back, I can do that.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get up to. I mean, these guys almost put a few of us in the ground once. So there's a chance we won't come back. So if you're willing to do that, that should at least cover some of the more important stuff.
Very well. Come back with your friends when you're ready to go.
All right. Will do.
And I'll say in the
Thank
middle of this, Kunk and Oirin end up walking out back past the secretary. And you see Morgan standing there in the hallway, staring out a window. His head moving back and forth a little bit. Like he's deep in thought.
I imagine that he is like a horse on a beach staring off into the waves.
Man.
Yes, Morgan is a horse on the beach.
Yeah, I'm going for a run to a Harper hideout to get some paper birds.
Okay.
I go back to Troll School to get a short rest.
Oh, I didn't spend my hit die. I really should have. Totally forgot. Oh, but I don't roll. I just get it because Andromeda's in my pocket.
Yes.
Let's do 4 at first. So 4 times 6 is 24. No, 4 times 8. 4 times 8 is 40. Shit. 4 times 8. 32. That brings me to near full. So
So how do hit dice work again? Because I
Um,
never really needed to use them.
So you have a number of them equal to your level.
Yeah, I see that.
You can, if you click the hit die button, it'll roll it, and it rolls. For you, it's a D8 plus your Constitution modifier, and you get that much HP back. When you take a long rest, you get half of your maximum hit dice back.
Okay.
So, like, you'd get 8 hit dice back. So, if you spend more than that, you won't have full tomorrow, but you can spend more than that.
Oh, I did not. I did not add my con modifier. So
Well, seeing as it didn't sound like we were getting a long rest for a while, I was thinking of using a couple of them.
Yeah, go ahead. Easy enough.
So 25, huh? Dylan, what the hell do you keep spitting out?
he's cooking something. It sounds like.
No, sorry, I was putting away dishes. I had to do some dishes. Because if I didn't, there would be no bowls to feed Putty Tat.
All
Oh.
right. So, how many paper birds do you want to buy, Beck?
I'm gonna get. Well, I need to stock up anyway, so I'm gonna get. How much are they again?
30 million gold.
No.
Yeah, something like that. I think for you with your Harper level, you can now get 20 of them would be 70 gold.
20 of them, 70 gold. Sure, done.
Yep.
Probably more than I currently need, but there's been a few times where it's like, damn, I wish I had a paper bird.
Yeah, there is like a limit on how many you can buy at once because they have like a stock of them. But yeah, you get them cheaper now that you have higher.
I've been promoted. Paper. I'm sending one to Mert.
Okay.
With basically the contents of the letter will be the same for everyone I'm sending it to. To Mert, it'll be like if you haven't heard, my aunt and sister were kidnapped by the cult of the dragon. We're gonna cut them off at Borskir Bridge. If you want to help, your help would be much appreciated. If you can make it to the Palace of Waterdeep on this date, which I'll just put the current. I'll be like in if you can meet us at the Palace of Waterdeep in before a certain time that would be appropriate on this current date. So just in case the letter arrives at a like they're further away and the letter takes longer to get there. Then meet us there, and we'll fight the cult together to get our family back. And
They're not 15 bells. You don't start the bells at midnight. Fuck. When do you start the bells?
I don't know. I don't live near a church that has bells. So Mert, Romalia, Oren's probably coming to help us. I'll send one to Elrin just in case he happens to be near Waterdeep. But I'll include in the letter to Elrin, it's like if you're not in Waterdeep or near water, if you're not near Waterdeep, could you let me know if you can let me know if you can find Bree. I'd like to speak with her at some point. And then who else?
But what about El Rinster?
Elrinster, the Rinster.
So what you do is you go and buy a spell scroll of Simulacrum, and you cast that on Elminster, and you have Simulacruminster go with you.
Should I send a letter to Silverhand to help us? No.
I mean, you miss all the shots you don't fire.
No, she's dead. An owlbear mauled her to death, I'll have you know.
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, that hasn't happened yet? Okay.
Does Daggolt never ever look ancient to you?
He's not going to answer.
I'm
Where's
looking at
Daggolt?
who could possibly help us. I haven't talked to Leosin Lanthar in ages. He probably won't help.
So people that you have a good feeling are in Waterdeep. Well, I'll say a decent chance to be in Waterdeep because Elrin was already a kind of a long shot.
Yeah.
Leosin or Lanther, Cinder Sylvain, possibly. One of her two houses is here. Pierce is a priest in Waterdeep.
Pierce! Fuck! Yeah, I'll send one to Pierce.
Again, you haven't talked to him in forever, but he is somewhere here probably.
Yeah.
Chill.
And,
The three guards that you hired for Trollskull Manor.
I don't want to get them killed.
I'll no, they gotta work for the. They have work. I'm gonna send a letter to Philip, but change it to like, if anyone in the crew wants to come help us, send them off to the Palace of Waterdeep.
They're on shore leave.
There are. I know this is.
They are 5 sheets to the wind right now.
I know, but if anyone wants to, that's what I'm saying. It's not an order. It's if anyone's up for it, and they.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me make sure I got everything. You had Mert, you had Elrin,
Romalia.
Yep. Romalia, you have Pierce, you have Philip,
Leosin.
Leosin or Lanther. What about Syndra?
Sindra Sylvain. Yeah, I'll ask Sindra if she has anyone that she could potentially send if she's in Waterdeep.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Elia's probably busy defending Waterdeep, so I'm not gonna send a message to her. Though it would be cool
There's also
to have her
Jack the Lantern, the Doulahan cleric of Halloween.
Sure, him. I'll send a message to Jack Black.
You should send.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken
You should send a message to Watto.
Watto.
Yo,
Send a
Look,
message to Watto.
Chickenpox is always in weird places. You could ask him.
Yeah, I'll send a
Oh,
letter
yeah,
to
yeah.
Chickenpox too if he wants to help. Hell, he'll
the
probably
chicken-
meet us at Borskier Bridge.
Chickenpox gets a hold of a paper bird. He absorbs its magical properties.
Oh no. Yeah,
He could
Now
just
find you anywhere.
he tears patches of skin off to be able to follow them to you anywhere you are.
He just folds up into an origami bird.
Oh god, that's even worse.
but yeah, all those people, including Chickenpox. Actually, no, one more. Different letter though. To the Yawning Portal. The barkeep there. Fuck, what's his name?
Durnan.
Durnan, that's it. Yeah, I'll send a message to Durnan.
Also Volo.
Oh my god, I could also send a message to Volo. Yeah, I'll do Volo too. I'll ask Volo if. But Durnan's message will be you can make an announcement that the Uniques are going to attack a traveling band of cultists at Borskier Bridge to rescue their family members. If anyone would like to partake in the battle, they can head to the Palace of Waterdeep. And hopefully our name has some recognition. I'll include that there'll be some compensation if anyone comes. Not a lot, because we're not exactly flush with cash.
Okay. So the only other thing I can think of. Well, so you have the main crew, and then you have the rest of the crew that Philip hasn't met. Because he hasn't met the space Orogs.
Oh, I guess I'll send a message
And
to
then
the
you have-
orgs too, if anyone wants to come.
And then you have the actors / vampires that you told you were gonna hire them in Undermountain.
Oh, we don't even know if they came out of Undermountain yet, so I'm not gonna bother with them.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So mark off 11 of your paper birds you just bought.
Yeah,
And,
I've put together the Avengers. I've called the Avengers. Hopefully they come.
You lit the beacons of Gondor. Is anyone else doing anything? Any other preparations? Potions or arrows or anything to buy?
I have like no fucking money, so no, I don't buy anything, unfortunately.
You sell anything?
Do I have anything to sell?
Can you sell your liver? Do you need it anymore now that you can't be poisoned?
You can sell half of it.
Yeah, but I mean, does he need it at all?
He does. He still does need it.
I mean, it's in the name, you know.
I mean,
live.
the liver is why he's immune to poison.
I mean, life
Yeah.
needs things to live, but is one of those things the liver? Do we know? Does anyone know?
Yes, because I know if you try to remove it in RimWorld, the pawn dies.
Okay. No, I don't think I have. Let me double check. Let me double check and see if there's anything I have to sell. Okay, so Zane gave me the tablet of discovery. I'm not gonna sell that. I have the idiot sandwich. Definitely not gonna sell that. I've got a spare short sword of draconic marking that I don't really need 2 of them. I don't know how much that
Hell,
would
we
get
don't
me.
even really need 1 because it benefits the cult, technically.
No, the other item that we have, well, we don't know in character, but is the one that does more damage against enemies of the cult.
Well,
and
no,
that
there's
was,
one that marks. I think the marking one marks a target for cult-aligned dragons to do more damage or something.
I think it's just dragons.
Is it just dragons in general? Oh,
Oh, I thought it literally just allows us to add a damage die of draconic breath.
it does that, but it also does the marking thing because that's where the mark part of its name comes from.
Oh. Alright, fine, fuck it. I'm not gonna use them anyway. So he'd probably try to sell both of those. And what am I not currently attuned to? Oh no, that's spells.
After looking at the description for both of my quivers, I'm actually almost completely full on arrows. I'm only 7 short.
Let's.
Yeah, you did buy quite a few arrows. Last time you went shopping.
I do
Okay.
have room for 4 1 objects according to this quiver of Elona.
Yeah, what is it, like
Because
staves or javelins, I think?
it says the longest compartment holds up to 6 lawn objects, such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. I have 2 bows. Throwing isn't really my thing, though, so I don't know if I'd want any throwing weapon.
Clearly, you just need more bows.
Yeah, I could use another bow, maybe.
I mean, get one for each limb,
I mean, if
counting
we
the
can
nose.
get you some bracers of archery, we can get you a longbow.
Okay, Beam, pull up how much that would cost. If there's even one for sale here.
I mean, they're only uncommon, so I'd say they're for sale. Although, how much stock of stuff like that has Daggle bought up to equip his mercenaries? Let's see.
Oh, Rogs.
A rug. Our space orc crew.
Yeah, well, so Orogs are. I didn't know this at first. Found it out more recently. Orogs are like a regular thing. They're just here.
Oh,
Y'all have space Orogs. Orogs are like a an orc that is it's the orc of orcs.
Okay.
It's a super orc.
ah.
So you're looking into those bracers.
Yeah, you'd be looking at about 800 GP.
Damn.
Damn, the economy's got hands.
And wrists to put the bracers on.
Hmm.
I'm almost done.
I search up bracers for the compendium, and 3 different things come up. There's FBR 14 and DMG 24 and FBR 24.
Yeah, look at the FBR 14. I don't have the 2014 DMG on Roll20. I need to fix that.
And I think that's the last thing. Yeah. Okay. These are all the things I'm trying to offload. Oh.
Okay.
I forgot. Actually, no, I want to keep those.
There's
Um,
literally no
and that.
difference between these versions when I click on them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things were the same.
How much platinum or how much gold goes into a platinum?
10 gold
10.
is 1 platinum.
Okay. Beck.
Wait, so which ones do you want to keep that you put on that list, Dylan?
Oh, no. I want to get rid of all of that. I was gonna put the dragon teeth, but I forgot that they made +1 bullets, and there's still that dragon horn that I got told I could make into like a wand of fucking colding. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so
save that shit.
I'll say the 2 swords at the top, the ones you got from the cult, when y'all were in disguise. Those would probably be useful for the final fight. Like for because it gives advantage to the people hit by it. It gives advantage on the people hit to it by the dragons. And you will have dragons fighting on your side.
Oh, it
So that might be
doesn't.
something to give to like. That might be something to give to like allies that are going to be in the war or whatever.
Actually, it might be a good idea to see if we can get it replicated.
Okay, fine. I'll save those.
Because the cult will be using those against y'all, giving their dragons advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
The chunk of amethyst.
I took it out of that mural. Same level where I found the dwarven crystal panels.
Okay, that helps a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I think the adamantine warpick was also on that floor.
I will spend the money to get those bracers.
Okay.
That gives you a +2 to attack rolls.
Yeah, and then just keep track of your attunement slots because it does take attunement.
Where do I see attunement slot?
There unfortunately isn't a thing. I'll look on your sheet and see if you have any items that take attunement.
Well, I have a +1 bow and a +2 sword.
Those generally don't
Those
take attunement.
don't.
Okay.
The conch of teleportation
Does
might. The conch of
require.
teleportation does.
The ring of jumping does.
I forget that I have that.
It's relatively new.
What, the ring of jumping is new?
Relatively, because we found it in Undermountain in our second last venture down there. But yeah, you have a free attunement slot.
Close that.
Okay.
Unless the
Okay,
special bow that grounds things
That
takes attunement.
that'd be up to Bean because what I did was just pull a short bow from the compendium and then add the bit he said it does.
What do you think, Beck? Does that sound like a thing that was good enough that it requires attunement?
Honestly, not really. Because like
The instantly grounding.
that's good, but like I'd say that's like a rare or maybe a very rare unattuned item.
Does it have charges? I don't remember.
It doesn't. It just grounds. It just grounds them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that doesn't take attunement.
Yeah, because like a dagger of
Okay.
venom doesn't take attunement.
What? I thought it does.
Does not.
Are you positive about that?
Are you
Unless my thing is wrong.
positive?
Dagger of venom.
Okay. So Dylan, if you want to get full
Oh.
price for these, you're gonna have to go to like a few different places. Because like you're looking at weapons and monster parts and
Yeah, I did.
art objects. So you can do that and take a bit more time. Or you can get less price and just go to one place. It's up to you.
I've been in need of money for a bit. I will take a little bit of time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
Um,
that time is of the essence, but
we do have. I did give people some time to get to the Palace of Waterdeep, so.
yeah.
So we'll say
Yeah, the dagger of venom does not take attunement. Dragon Slayer does not take attunement. So yeah, I think a bow of grounding is fine.
Okay. See,
Okay.
I'm angry now because I had what was effectively a dagger of venom, except it was a scimitar, and it did nothing extra other than being a scimitar. That was special, and it was a scimitar of the Rathalos. You remember my funny deep. What the hell was he again? He's a gnome. Uh, Fucking, why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? Zendru, Onyx Eye from, Meta. Fucking sword was attunement.
Oh.
Yeah, ate up one of my attunement slots.
All right, Dylan, give me 3 investigation rolls.
I'm real good at those. Famously, uh, awful. Okay, shouldn't be at advantage.
Don't you have guidance?
18 is not bad.
Absolutely, positively terrible.
18.
But sometimes I am known to be okay at them.
Okay.
It works.
I'm doing these a little out of order, but those rolls are all basically the same, so it's fine.
Need money.
So for the chunk of amethyst and the 2 crystal panels, you are offered 880 gold.
I remember Rebecca saying that. Was it Rebecca? I think it was Rebecca saying that they could easily be worth something ridiculous like 500. This is close. Um,
Yeah, I think mine was an underestimate.
I mean, so the thing, if you're saying 500 is the value, the thing is if you're quickly selling instead of doing like downtime finding a buyer, you're selling to a shop who has to resell it.
no, I understand that. Yeah, so that's kind of close to what he thought he would get for the both of them. Sure. Yeah, he'll take that.
Okay.
And he'll let them know that if they find a buyer, he knows where to find more of the crystal panels.
Okay. They will, with that information, they will bump that up to 900. So get another 20.
Let's fucking go.
Tell them we'll go retrieve it for another.
Money, 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 money. I used to be so rich. I used to rule the world, but now I sweep the streets I used to own.
Sorry, the monster parts are spread out over quite a ways of places.
They have been preserved. This is the only positive thing.
Okay. And worth noting, all the monster parts, for the most part, can be turned into items.
Yeah.
So I'll break it down on the monster parts. The manticore tail is worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
The wings are each worth they'll give you 35 apiece for the wings.
Oh.
Or the
Okay.
manicore wings specifically. Um the wyvern they would give you 20 gold apiece for the wings.
Okay.
And white dragon blood.
Big money. Yeah, there's also black dragon blood. 3 vials of it.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Sorry.
All good.
Dragon blood. You know, the potency of it depends on what age the dragon was. The black dragon was a adult.
Yes, and the white was from Arathator.
Okay.
Who was adult, potentially ancient.
And I never got a chance to get anything from the fucking Emerald Assassin. He disintegrated. Wait a second. I'm beginning to brain right now. Brain is function. Brain, tell me, Bean,
Hello.
you make Emerald Assassin go bye-bye like future dragons contingency bullshit? Did you rob me before I knew you robbed me?
No, he didn't. He didn't contingency away. His body just was dissolved by the poison of his very nature.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yep.
live for now.
Yep.
Because when we left the
Well, I mean, I did rob you with the red in town.
Yeah, the red.
Yeah, then you rub me with that fucking blue.
And the
And then
on
you
the
And
white.
killed
white.
me with that white.
I mean, let's be clear here. You killed yourself.
How the fuck was I supposed to know some obscure dragon lore was gonna cause me to get rebounded for like 200 million necrotic damage?
I may have underread how much damage that channel divinity did.
That's that's some shit right there.
So there is a 8 vials total.
Correct, Amundo.
Um, they will give you 200 gold apiece for those.
Ooh. That 200 times 8. That's like 1600 GP.
Yep. So I have, if you are selling all of those monster parts, 1720.
17.
So again, all of those can be used to make items, and you do have an artificer.
Yeah, but do I know what I can use? Like, because I remember I figured out what the Manticore and the Wyvern stuff would let me do, and I think, like, ultimately it didn't seem like we would have had too much of a use for it. But I don't think I ever figured out what the Vials of Blood would have let me make.
I'll say, if you want to take a little more time, you could have Oirin look at them.
Hmm.
And I can go through and tell you what I'll have him roll, but tell you what the things can be made.
I'll sell 2 of the vials of the white dragon blood, and then I'll sell the other stuff. The Manticore and Wyvern bits, but I will keep the 3 vials of Black Dragon blood and the 3 vials remaining of the White Dragon blood.
Okay, so that should be you get 520 gold from the monster parts.
Okay. Very good. Gotta update the blood.
The Dragon Tooth Dagger is something expensive enough that you're going to have to find a buyer for.
Really?
It is a rare.
Oh. Damn, remember when our evil characters got those like they were just fucking candy? Like, yeah, here you go. Here's one of them for each of you, and then here's another 2 for those other 2. Fucking Moichiro and Venom.
Um, Okay, so that Aventine version. Okay, so what does a War Pick IV normally cost? 5 GP.
This one's adamantine.
Yep.
So it's got to be worth at least 50 GP.
You are offered 400 gold for that.
That is definitely more than I thought I would get. Yeah. Okay. Deal.
Okay.
And you said I'd have to find a more specific buyer for the.
Dragon tooth.
For the dragon tooth dagger, you will need to find a buyer for.
All right. I will hold off on that for now.
Which is a downtime activity kind of thing.
Okay. Crystal panels. Wiring wings.
And then were you taking the blood to Oren to have him see what he can make from it?
Yes. So I have two final tasks that I want to very just quickly take care of. Sorry, because I see that we're going over here. All right. I want to give those to Oren. Which is technically not of the two tasks, but I want to give him to look at those because that's not something that like immediately needs to be completed. And then I want to take the money. Well, actually, I guess I would do this before I leave Troll Skull. I'm going to go somewhere on the property, somewhere that we have some room, but won't immediately interfere with something, hopefully. And I'm going to do something that may or may not be stupid here. I'm going to open the bag of beans that I received as a fucking starting item after all these years. Quite literally. And I'm gonna plant 3 of them in front of, maybe on the side of the bar.
Oh God.
Okay.
He has no idea that these are magical because I never got them identified.
Which side?
Oh boy.
It's a black void for
Hold
me.
on. Yeah, it's black.
Black
for
Is it a
me,
black
too.
void?
Is it because I don't have a token down?
Yeah, because there's no token down.
Oh shit. 2 Morgans.
This building here is you put yourself in the exact right spot, Beck. This building here is Troll School.
Okay. Where?
So the fountain's like here
Okay.
ish. This is the tower. This is the main road up here that you're walking towards.
I'm gonna plant it like right over here by by the fountain, so it like has a little water, and he'll use some water from the fountain to water it. He legit just thinks he's growing plants.
Okay.
Oh, it's
mhm.
Bean can choose or roll.
Or maybe I have a special table for this that I've been sitting on for.
Oh.
Watch it be the pyramid where a mummy lord is inside.
Oh my god, I forgot.
60.
All right. You've planted 3 of them.
Of the 9, yes.
You plant 3 all at once, or do you do them like you plant 3 separate and you like water one, water the next, water the next?
One at a time like that.
Okay. So roll me a AD 100
Oh boy.
because we need to see what happens to see if it makes you not do the other. Roll me a d2.
Okay.
Oh, this ain't on the table. Bean's using a special table.
He said he was using a special table.
He could have been joking.
Then maybe I'm using a special table. Morgan, you water your first bean, and you watch as it begins to grow up out of the ground much faster than you would ever expect any plant to grow. It's growing bigger. That's not just a bean sprout, it's a sapling. It's growing into a small tree. That tree is taller than you. That tree has a face. That tree is punching you.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's the tree end.
And that's where we'll end it.
Okay.
Treebeard is fucking pissed he was born.
I'm the free. I'm the name.
Treebeard was born and did not wish to exist.
Treebeard chose violence.
I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there, and I mean it's up to Morgan and Morgan if Kunk was with Morgan at the time. It's fine either way.
You could have been sitting at the Palace of Waterdeep
Yeah,
waiting
I
for
was-
the Avengers to assemble.
Nah, I was here.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like okay, is the recording over, Beck?